Awesome. Thanks for being here tonight. This is our last sales training, and really excited about our guest that I have here tonight with us. I don't have much in terms of announcements tonight. It's go time, so we got people on the doors. We have like 40 to 50 reps out, and we're off to an amazing start. Love what I'm seeing. So yeah, you guys all are taking finals and leaving in the next week or two, most of you. So it's go time. It's gonna be really fun, and I love this time of year. I remember being in finals, and we were just talking about this before we got started, but life kind of has its seasons, and this time of year, as the season changes, there's something, if you've done this before, there's like something that just calls you to leave the state and go make some money. And we're like farmers. This time of year it's reap season, And so there was like an anxiety that I had just being in a Utah zip code in warm weather for most of my 20s, because it just meant that I am poor and need to go make money, and this somewhere else is calling me, So anyway, so we're so excited to have you guys get out, and we love you, and we're excited to see what you do. On that note, so the guest speaker that I have here tonight is a really dear friend. I love him a ton, and he's been on my podcast. We had a really cool episode together. We actually hired him last year to coach a couple of our high producing reps, kind of one-on-one, and they had a really good experience with him. And a lot of sports teams and just performance kind of industries now have found that it can be very effective to have like a performance coach, not like your coach, but like a third party that comes in that has studied it, that understands the science, that understands like what is happening with your brain and your mindset. And so because we love you guys and we want you to hit your goals this year, and we're so interested in your success, our plan is to hire Stratton as a third party to be a resource for you guys with the mentality of this job this summer. And so I've invited him tonight to get pretty tactical. It's not going to be fluff with like stories. We're just going to get into what is happening in your brain and your mind this summer that makes this job hard, because it is like the hardest job in the world. It's a really, really hard job. And those that do this at a really high level find a way to deal with that at a high level. So Stratton has studied this stuff. He's a licensed therapist, and he's kind of a cool combination of therapist, but also his motivation in working with you guys and even in being here tonight is to help you sell more, not like, oh, stay on the curb, you're having a hard day. The goal with hiring him and him working with us is for you to make peace with hard things and go and get more out of this job and get more out of yourselves and fully reach your potential. So I'm super excited to have him here with us tonight, and I will turn the time over to him. So let's give Stratton a big hand.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me okay? Cool. Good on Zoom? Okay, sweet. What's up? I'm so glad to be with you guys. So, like Parker said, I got my start in door-to-door. So back in 2016, fresh off the Mish, you guys know how it goes, right? Friend looped me in, hey, come talk to my boss about going and selling pest control out in Chicago. I'm like, all right, let me hear how this goes. Next thing I know, I'm in a car driving out to Chicago for my first summer. And I ended up selling and managing teams for 4 years and loved it. Had my own ups and downs, experienced the whole thing. So raise your hand if you're first year. This will be your first year selling. Okay, sweet. And I'm sure that there's a good mix on Zoom as well. So I know what it's like to be going out for your first year. I know what it's like to feel the excitement and the confidence, right? Like believing in yourself and believing like, I can do this. I think that I can be successful. But I also know what it's like, if you're like me or like I was, to have that voice in the back of your head that's like, but are we sure? Like, for sure, and like, can I be as good as other people? I don't know, like there's so much uncertainty. I know what it's like to feel that tension. I felt that as I was driving out there, as I was studying the manual while my buddies were driving. How many of you guys are selling for your second year or multiple like vets? Cool. Okay, sweet. So I know what it's like to be in your shoes too, to have performed before, to have set a certain standard, right? People know what you've sold before. I know what it's like to feel that and to have that excitement of, man, let me go out, give my best, see what I can do. But also in the back, kind of like, can I do it again? Like, have I lost all my sales skills? Will they come back? Feel a little rusty in the beginning. I know what it's like to have some of those pressures. And anyone here that is leading teams, that will be like leading a team this year, okay, cool, in a leadership position. And for those that are on Zoom in that position too, I also know what that's like. And I know you're the only one here, so I'll just stare at you. Get really up close and personal. No, I know what that's like though. And I'm speaking to all the Zoom people as well. I know what it's like to have the desire to go out and give your best, to perform at your best, and also some of the pressure, right? Of like, okay, like I'm in the role now as a leader and people are looking up to me. So the pressure of helping my guys perform and the pressure of me continuing to perform well so I can be an example for them. So I know what it's like to be in your shoes, and I am here since I've experienced the roller coaster myself. That's part of why I do what I do, and I love what I do, is I'm now here years later after pivoting from selling to I went on my own coaching and therapy journey, which led me to wanting to share what I was learning because it made such a difference in my life and my sales that I was like, I've got to share this. Ended up pivoting to full-time coach, performance trainer, therapist for salespeople. So that's what I've been doing for the last 6 years, and I love it. And tonight, after I give a quick intro into our company and what we're going to be offering you guys, I really want to just get tactical and to give you guys things that will really make a difference. So I'm hoping that by the end of tonight, that two things will happen. One is that you'll leave feeling like, okay, cool. Now I have a framework to better understand what's happening mentally and emotionally and how I can work with it. So you can better understand that when those moments happen. And not only the hard moments, but just so that you know how to stay steady throughout the year. And then I also hope that you'll leave going, and I've got some tools under my belt that I can pull out and use this summer so that you can sell at your best. Yes, like Parker nailed it. That is our primary focus. We want to help you guys sell at your best. But another focus is we also want you to feel at your best, right? We want you to have a great life, and your summer is part of that. We want you to be able to, when you get home, to feel good, to feel fulfilled, confident, happy. And for those, anyone here, wives, partners, cool. Kids, anyone? Okay, maybe, yep, I know you got some, cool. I do too. I've got a little 3-year-old and a little 2-month-old, so it's a fun time at my house right now. But we want you to be able to show up at your best for the people you care about as well. So that's what we're about. And I'm going to grab the clicker here and let's talk about the company. So Momentum, that's the name of the company. We are a team of coaches and therapists with sales backgrounds. So most of us, it's door-to-door sales backgrounds, all of us sales backgrounds. And so we're all coming at this with the same mindset. Now, thanks to Parker, Theron, other leaders of yours, and let's give them a round real quick, can we? They rock. They do so much for you guys, right? And this is my brown noser moment, but like I'm evidence of that, right? Like me being here and announcing the program we're going to do for you guys is evidence that they really do care and that they really do want you guys to have the best chance at success this summer. So our team's going to be here to help you. How we do that, we call it Momentum Ops, which is our optimal performance system. So over the last 6 years of me and my partner doing this, we developed a system. We looked at how can we help reps stay consistently in an optimal mental place. And this is what we've come up with. So all of you guys will have access to this stuff. The first thing is a weekly mindset training. So every week in a morning meeting, For leaders, this takes one weekly meeting off your shoulders. It's really nice. We create a professional mindset training video. We break down a principle. We give you guys a tool. They're about 10 to 15 minutes long. And then after that, there's a cool team discussion part that you guys do together. So you get to learn together, you get to talk and discuss and learn from each other's comments as well. Super cool for learning tactical mindset skills, but also just growing closer as a team. So everyone will benefit from that training. Then every day, the training for that week is reinforced by a daily mindset message. So we send out a message. They are not fluff. We put a lot of time and effort into them. And believe it or not, on our surveys, the daily messages end up being one of the things that people say, like, this helped me sell way better. So we hope that you'll feel the same. But that will reinforce what you're learning that week in the weekly mindset training. Last but not least is rapid coaching. So through WhatsApp, at any moment, for any reason, you guys will have access to our team. So you can shoot us a message, text message, you can shoot us a voice message, and we respond as fast as possible and always within 24 hours. And the point of that, yes, it can be reactive, meaning when you're in a tough spot, right? Like something happens, it throws you off your game, you're in a funk. It's a great time to reach out. Be like, yo, dude, this just happened. Like I'm spiraling. What can I do? And we'll give you skills and tools that will help you go back up and get back on the doors. That also can be used proactively. So please do not put me or our team in the box of like, oh yeah, cool. They're the guys we use when we're like hating life. Like, yes, we are the guys. Like, please come to us if you're in that spot. But please use us way before that. Okay, use us like LeBron James uses his sports psychologist. Like, use us to be at your best. That's really what we're here for. And of course, if you're hating life, we're there for you too. So when all these things work together, we consistently see sales reps that say, I am feeling way better than I have before. I'm selling way better than I was before. So we invite you guys to lean into that. And as the summer goes, we'll roll that out. That's our job. You guys just get to do your thing and we'll be there to support. So I'm super stoked to offer all of you guys this. And again, that's thanks to your leaders. So please tell them thank you. Okay, for today, let's jump in. I really want to, today, I want to just dive right in and get kind of deep with you guys, okay? I want to talk to you, I want to share what I wish I would have known. And the first thing is for us to talk about what is it that really holds you back? So whether you're first year rep, whether you are a vet, whether you're a leader, wherever you're at, just think about what is it that could actually hold you back from selling your best and feeling your best throughout the summer. Now, obviously I could ask you guys and we could throw out a bunch of different things, but if I can, just to save us some time, I'll put it under an umbrella of what we've seen. To put it really simply, the thing that holds us back, part of the human predicament that we all have, and if you're a human in sales that you have as well, is that we all have this reactive part of us. We have a brain and a nervous system. And that brain and nervous system is designed to always be reacting to our environment. Now, what determines how it reacts, meaning what triggers it, right? So what determines what fears you have, right? Fear will be a big thing that you'll face at whatever level you're at this summer. What determines the insecurities you have, right? What determines how much you compare yourself to other people? Like, what actually determines that is what we call your conditioning. So that's what your brain and nervous system have learned and been through up until this point, right? All of you guys have been through awesome things in life and you've had really cool moments, but all of you guys have also had hard ones. And you've had moments that shaped you, that left marks, insecurities, fears, unhelpful tendencies, right? That part of you that carries that, I like to call it our lower self. It's not bad. It's not wrong. Other names for it you guys might have heard, your ego, your natural man. We're talking about the same things, okay? This is the part of you that's been conditioned. Now, the problem, the reason why I love this illustration is because if you are identified with that part of you, meaning if you believe that is you, if you believe that you are all those thoughts, all those reactive emotions that you're going to experience, then man, you are going to have a tough time out there, like I did many times, because there won't be space. You'll be out there, a hard rejection will happen, right? Or 3 deals will cancel in the same day, or you have a big week and then you feel the pressure to repeat that and you're starting to crumble. Like these things will happen. You'll have these reactive thoughts and feelings and you won't know what to do with them. That's what holds us back. So what I want to talk about is I want to talk about how can we acknowledge that, yeah, we all have this part of us that's going to get triggered, that's going to get scared and insecure this summer. And we all have the part that's going to struggle. That's just the name of the game. And the more okay we are with that reality, the better. But we also have a part of us that I like to call our higher self. And all of you guys have experienced this before. It's the part of you where I can think of an example like with my wife, right? When my wife tells me that I need to get the dishes out of the freaking sink and she's told me 30 times and I keep forgetting to like move it over. When she comes to me and goes, hey, like, can you please remember to move your dish out of the sink? 2 things happen for me at once because I've really been practicing this, right? I've been practicing observing and meditating and getting space from that reactive part of me for years. And so there's 2 things happen. I notice one part of me, usually the first part of me, is like, well, why don't you just move it over? You know, or like, don't you know I've had a really tough day? Or, you know, wants to get reactive and defensive. And then I'm sure you guys never would have that reaction though, right? And then I notice this other part of me that is just there and is just aware of that reaction, but is also aware of like, here's my wife, like the person that is like literally my best friend. Like if there's one person I would move a dish for, it's her, right? And it's that part of me that can just calmly respond and just let that reaction go. Now, I know that sounds trivial when I'm talking about dishes, but think about that for you on the doors, right? That's the difference between someone comes out hard and rude. That's the difference between you yelling and for sure losing the deal versus just letting that energy pass right by. And you're just calmly there, you're present, and you're able to respond from a deeper place. Or I guess I should say higher place since I called it our higher self. But you're able to, you're connected to that part of you that doesn't have to go with the reactions, okay? That's your higher self. That's what I want to talk about. It's the part that notices, ooh, there's pressure this week. I'm noticing some fear of failing. Okay, well, I can let that go. I can stay present. I can stay committed to the process. So I want to talk tonight about how we can win the battle between your higher and your lower self. The reactive thoughts and emotions that we all experience and we all will have, and that higher part of yourself that can calmly observe the reactions. Now, you've also heard names for that part of you, right? We're calling it our higher self tonight, but other names could be your soul, could be your spirit, could be your true self. I don't care what you call it. Science calls it your consciousness, but there is another part of you that can be aware of the reactions. And I want us to really focus in on that tonight. But rather than just talk about it and, you know, tell you that, hey, yeah, all right, guys, let's end it there. You know, like notice those reactions out there and don't listen to them. No, I want to actually help us experience this. So we're going to do a little experiment and I'm going to ask, Theron is going to help me out for you guys on Zoom. We're kind of flying at the seat of our pants here with this. So just bear with us. But for those on Zoom, if you are tuning in individually, then we're going to put you in a breakout room in a moment. And Theron, I'll let you know when we're going to do that. For those that are in a group of people, you'll just stay with your group. But I'm going to kind of intro us into this experiment we're going to do. And to do that, I need 2 volunteers, 2 brave souls. Thank you. Thank you. 1, need 1 more. Yes, thank you. Come on up. Come on up. Yep, if you guys can stand up here, that'd be great. No, they shouldn't need mics. Thank you. Okay, so if you guys can stand about 4 feet apart and face each other. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So let me first just ask you guys, like objectively speaking, objectively, is there anything wrong? Remind me your name?
Ty.
Ty?
Dan.
Dan. Is there anything wrong with Ty and Dan standing here facing each other? No, right? Like objectively, no big deal. Like there's just two guys just hanging out, right? Looking at each other 4 feet away. So it's not actually a big deal, but interesting. But notice what's actually happening, right? You guys notice and you guys notice. Isn't it interesting how if I were to say, all right, guys, look at each other in the eyes, and I'm going to set a timer for 3 minutes, and you're just going to stand there and look at each other. Okay? Now, notice how there'd start to be some reaction, right? So one part of them would start to feel a little like, oh, okay, like here we go. We're just going to stand here. Now, imagine it's interesting, right? If we just kept on doing this, maybe there would be thoughts of, oh man, this is a little weird. I've never looked at a guy in the eyes this long. Like, I don't want him to get the wrong idea. Maybe there could be thoughts. Now, oh, and I've done this too, where if we had a member of the opposite sex, then it's like, man, like, I hope she doesn't think I'm like, you know, I hope she doesn't read into this or anything. So there starts to be these thoughts and these reactions that happen, and we start to feel uncomfortable. And we often notice that there's actually a part of us that wants to like leave or look away or like get in the fetal position. It's really interesting. So just notice how objectively there's nothing actually wrong. And yet things like this reveal that conditioning I was talking about. It reveals this part of you that's learned that, wait, this is awkward. This is weird. I shouldn't be doing this. When we just established that that's not true. It's actually not a problem. So what I'm saying is we're going to do an experiment where I'm not going to tell you not to have the reactions. You can't turn that off. I'm going to coach you through this and help you connect to a deeper part of you that can relax in the face of the discomfort so that you can calmly observe those reactions and stay engaged at the level that you're willing to. So any experiment is always based on your participation. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. But I am going to invite you to lean into some discomfort tonight. And I promise you that we'll discover something cool on the other side. So Ty and Dan are not the only ones on the hook.
Let's go.
You know what's funny too? I bet the Zoom people think they're off the hook, right? Nice try. You guys aren't off the hook either. Everyone's going to be doing this. So here's how it's going to work before we break out. So I'm going to invite everyone in a moment to stand up, and you are going to find one person, does not matter who, one person. If you want to lean in a little extra, I invite it to be someone that you don't know very well. You're going to find one person and you're going to stand 4 feet apart. Now, this is not a staring contest. People on Zoom, please pay attention to this too. These apply to the Zoom rules as well. It's not a staring contest, okay? You're not trying to like establish dominance. You're not trying to, no. You're simply standing in front of the person, and as much as you're able, you're just having a nice soft eye contact, okay? Now, you can look away whenever you want. You do not have to stay like that. You know, you can close your eyes. You can do whatever you need to do to take care of yourself. My only invitation is lean into your edge. Lean into the discomfort and see if you can just relax and go a little bit more. Now, notice even right now, the discomfort. I can see it on your face. Trust me, I've done this before too. I wouldn't ask you to do something I haven't done. I'll talk about that in a minute. But, okay, I'm going to invite you to stand up. So right now, notice the discomfort you're feeling. Let that be okay. Just take a breath. Notice the squirminess. Notice the, oh, I don't want to. Notice any discomfort. And just see right now if you can connect to that part of you that can have that and be okay. Okay, I'm going to invite you to stand up, find someone, go to a spot in the room. Zoom people, I'm going to invite you guys into a breakout room if you're individually joining. If you're in a group, same rule applies as the group here in person. Please stand up and find someone, stand 4 feet apart. And right now, just get some jitters, just, you know, get some shakes out, do what you need to do. If we have an uneven number, we can do pairs of 3, okay? And what we're going to do, all right. So let me just thank you guys for your patience. I just want to make sure the Zoom people are okay too. Okay. Do we need just a minute, Theron? No worries. For how long? Yeah, 15 minutes.
Talk? No.
I'll go over that in just a minute. You can talk right now. You're welcome to. My invitation for you guys as we're doing this right now is just start paying attention to what you're feeling even now. Okay? Okay, and one sec, Zoom people. I'm just going to go make sure we can get this set up or see if we can. Oh, sweet.
But one that doesn't have he's by himself.
Okay.
These two are both in. Should I move him to this one?
Yeah, sure. You can just move him into one of the, yeah, that works for me. Thanks, man. Figure that out quick for first time. Okay, guys. So, all right, Zoom people. So if you are with a pair of three, same stuff applies, all right? You're just going to do this in your breakout rooms and the same stuff applies. All right, so here are the rules. Everybody ready? Here's the experiment. So guys, an experiment is something we do to experience something different, to notice something different, right? So just welcome all of this. Just embrace this experience. Here's what I want you to do. The most important thing is you realize that the discomfort is totally normal. Doesn't matter how awkward or embarrassed or weird this feels. I'm just asking you, just notice the discomfort. Practice being the observer of it rather than the reactor to it. So instead of, oh, it's uncomfortable, I have to do something about it, see what it's like just to tell that part of you, it's okay. I got you. Let's relax. Just see if you can connect to that deeper place. So people on Zoom, you're going to be doing the same thing either with your partner in person or in your breakout room. Now, here's the rules. I'm going to invite us not to talk. Talking is a way to avoid discomfort in a situation like this. So we're not going to talk. However, giggling, squirming, all is welcome, okay? That stuff, that's just normal. That's a natural reaction, okay? So no talking, but you're welcome to giggle and all that. You're welcome, like I said, to move. You can close your eyes if you need. Just do your best, whether you're doing it virtually or in person, to just be present with the person in front of you while you're present with the discomfort. And do your best to just let the discomfort, let it rise up, notice it, let it go, okay? We're going to do it for 2 minutes, all right? 2 minutes, not even being that mean. All right, so I'm going to set a timer. Ready, set, go. 2 minutes, counting now. I'm going to coach you guys through this. So much respect for how you're leaning in already. So check in right now with your body. Notice if there's any tension, if there's any tightening in your stomach, in your shoulders. Notice any thoughts. Notice that reactive brain maybe saying, look away, this is weird, or stare harder, never look away. You might notice that reactive brain going, what's the point of this? This is dumb. You might notice that your brain going, wow, they have really pretty eyes. All of it's great. You're just noticing. Just practicing seeing that, wait, I'm not the thoughts and the feelings. I'm actually the one that's noticing all of that. 30 seconds left. Theron, you can just keep everyone in their breakout room. I'll let you know when to bring them back. Thanks, man. See what it's like to just relax. Good. Okay. Good work. That was 2 minutes. Now, good work, everybody. Okay. Shake it off for a minute. Shake it off. Just kind of get it out. You know, anything that needs to get out. Now, we're going to do this one more time. We're going to do it one more time. This time, I invite you to find someone else that you can do it with. Okay? Zoom people, breakout rooms. We're going to keep you in there so we don't get you lost somewhere else. But people that are in a room with other people, invite you to find someone else. Ready, go. The discomfort is part of it. This is the psychological cold plunge. Okay, nice work. Nice work. Okay. All right. So if we need a group of 3, you can join anywhere. Yeah. Okay, cool. Go for it. Okay. All right, guys. So same thing. All right. Same thing. This time, I invite you to try a little tool or a skill. When we notice uncomfortable thoughts and emotions, rather than being the reactor of them, something that can help us get space is just as you notice them, saying to yourself, I can handle this. So you notice that tightening, you notice that awkwardness. Inside, you're just, I can handle this. Okay? Right? So when that rejection comes, when that cell cancels, when you feel that pressure, you'll remember this and you'll take a breath. You'll notice the discomfort in your body and your mind, and you'll go, I can handle this. And you are connecting to that deeper, stronger part of yourself. 20 minutes this time. Just kidding. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Ready. Zoom people, find someone, get ready, go. I can handle this. See what it's like to relax your shoulders. See what it's like to notice an urge to look away, an urge to giggle, and just see if you can just let that go. Again, you don't have to. Just see if you can. See what it's like to relax your jaw. If you'd like, you can even take a step closer. Your partner can obviously step away. See what that's like. So now what's here? I can handle this. I am not the scared, reactive, conditioned part of me. I have that part of me, but I am not that. I can handle it. I'm the one that can relax, even when it feels uncomfortable. 10 seconds. Give your partner some love and a thanks. Give yourself some thanks. Let's go. Let's go. Theron, you're good to bring them back into the main group. Thank you. You guys can take a seat. Hey, nice work. Give yourselves a round. Oh, that was sweet. Let's go. Okay, you guys can take a seat. Nice.
Squared up Brian for the last minute.
Oh, nice. All right, give yourselves a round, you guys. Nice job. Nice job. So I would love to hear. Zoom people, you're welcome to throw anything in the chat, and Theron will convey that to all of us. So please share if you'd like to. Would love to hear, what was that like for you? Yeah, please. Oh, that's right. Thank you for the reminder. We'll get a mic to you. Thanks, Theron. Sweet.
I was gonna say it kind of felt like eye contact, like desensitization. You're just getting used to it in a way,
Yeah.
kind of sit in it.
Love that. Totally. You're speaking my language. Desensitization, so yes, like that's what this is, right? Is you're desensitizing yourself to the discomfort and getting more comfortable with it. Yeah. Thank you. Cool. So did you notice that for you? You noticed it feeling?
Yeah, like over time, it's like, oh, well, just we're all doing it too, so it's not really that big.
Nice. Let's go. Thank you. Anyone else? Love to hear from you. What'd you notice? What was it like? Yeah, right here, buddy.
I thought it was interesting that I didn't realize how tight my jaw was until you said to release the tension, and then I could really tell how tight it actually was.
So fascinating, right? Like we have all these reactions unconsciously that are just happening. And it's crazy to realize like, oh, wow, like that's probably happening when I'm like talking to people outside of here too. It's interesting, right? And what was it like for you to notice that? What happened then?
It was relieving to kind of just let it release and just let it be loose.
Dude, nice. Way to go. That's hard to do in the moment. Nice. Okay. Yeah, please. Oh, let's get you a mic.
So interesting because, well, I sold 2 years ago and now I'm just a wife, but
Not just a wife. I mean, you're behind this man.
but the second time we did it, I like realized I was like blinking a lot, like my heart rate, I could feel it.
Yeah.
And I was like really had to like slow down, and it reminded me so much of like when I was selling, I would talk so fast, I'd be so anxious just to like get it all out, and I'd feel that like all the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is totally like bringing me back to that feeling. So I feel like this is like a good exercise to like get it out and then like release it, you know.
Thank you. Yes. I love that you shared that. Because you think about those moments, right, on the doors. How many can relate to what she said? You've noticed feeling that anxiety, like talking fast, think about what part of you was in the driver's seat in that moment. It was that reactive, anxious part that we all have, right? That was in the driver's seat. Now, what would it be like in those moments if you could notice that tension, that feeling, and I can handle this, right? All of a sudden, you're now connecting with that person from a much deeper part of your being, and that will be felt. You will have more access to your sales skills because your brain won't be in fight or flight. Well, excuse me, your brain will be in fight or flight, but you will be relaxed beneath that. And you will have access to your wisdom, to your skill set. So thank you for highlighting that. Any other comments? Yeah, please, let's get you a mic.
I noticed that there's levels to it. Like when you invited us, so I got comfortable when we were 4 feet away, and you told us to step forward, and so I stepped forward, and then we were like 2.5, 3 feet away, and I became like a lot more tense again. And so I noticed it's like you kind of like desensitized to it, but then you can like continue pushing yourself after that.
Yes. Thank you for pointing that out. Do we have anything in the chat, Theron, okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you, Zoom people, for jumping in and leaning into that, even though it was a different format for you. See you guys. So what if I told you guys that the difference between the amount of doors you knock this summer, the quality with which you knock them, and how much you enjoy that process is all dependent on, number one, how aware you are of those reactions of the discomfort, and number two, how open you can be with it, rather than resisting it, rather than suppressing it, rather than pretending it's not there. But how much you can face it and acknowledge that, yeah, there's fear today. Yeah, there's some fear I might fail. Yeah, there's some fear I might get that hard rejection. Yeah, my jaw is freaking tight, right? Or my shoulders are tense. Yeah, okay. And here I am. This is just a reaction. This isn't me. This is just a thought. It isn't me. This is just a feeling. It isn't me. I'm the one that can go out and give my best today. I'm the one that can relax when those feelings come. I can handle it. Imagine how much more you could show up and how much better you could show up, right? And when you notice that voice at the end of the day saying, oh, you suck, you should have done better, you should have, what if, there's another thought, there's another feeling. I gave the best I could today. I'm going to let it go and get ready to rebound tomorrow. You can save yourself so much time from getting caught in mental and emotional traps. And if after this you're like, wow, this is interesting, I'd love to practice this more, learn more about it, sweet, that's what we're here for, baby. Like, we're here to help this go deeper throughout the whole season for you guys and to help you continue to connect to that stronger, calmer part of yourself that is in there. So I want to, what I'd love to do is, are you okay if I take a few extra minutes? Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, cool. Because I want to share some tools, right? Like, we could end it right now, but I'd really love to give you guys some tools so that you can practice this on your own. So what we're really focusing on with these tools is becoming the observer. That's the first step. You've got to be able to observe the mental and emotional reactions like you guys all just did. So you already know that you can do it. If we don't, we get lost in it. And that's when it feels heavy, is when we're in the noise, there's no separation, there's no space. So what we need is that space so that we can notice what's there, the insecurities, the fears, all of it, and then we can observe it and have enough space to go, wait a minute, I'm not choosing that thought. I don't have to believe that. Wait a minute, this feeling of fear that my life will be over if I bagel today, is that actually true? Wait, no. Like, even if I bageled, I'd be fine. Okay, now I can go out and not worry about the result and just give my best. Now I'm not caught in that trap. So we're going to look at being the observer so that you can stay connected to your why in that deeper place. The first tool, this is one I'll just offer. We won't practice it tonight, but the tool is silent observation. Okay, another word for it's meditation. I just think meditation is a very loaded word at this point. Everyone has a different idea of what it means. This is one of the easiest ways. You literally sit on a chair and you set a timer for a certain amount of time, 5-10 minutes, and you sit in silence while your only job is just to observe what thoughts or feelings are happening. That's it. You just sit there to watch what thoughts and feelings are happening. Now, why? Right? That might be, well, how's that productive? Well, because again, the problem isn't that you have thoughts and emotions. The problem is when you believe that they are you. The problem is when you don't have space to step back and go, wait a minute, do I have to believe this? Do I have to let this control me? So silent observation is us practicing being the observer of what's going on. Now, the other tool is the brain dump. And here's how that one works. And we'll talk more about this, so you don't feel like you have to jot all these down. But the brain dump is a very cool tool that is also a way to get some space. And we will practice this one for just a second. So let's do it together. I'm going to invite everyone to open to a blank note page. Get phone notes, notebook if you have it, something you can write notes on. And step 2 is you're going to write down any and all thoughts without judging, without filtering, without analyzing. Okay, so your only job is like a scientist. We're going to do this for 1 minute. Your only job is just to capture as many of the thoughts as you can. Okay, so imagine you're stepping back from your own brain. You're going, what's my brain doing right now? Some of those thoughts might be, oh, man, I'm so screwed for that final coming up. Some of them might be, dude, I got this final coming up. Might be, man, I'm hungry. Man, I'm full. Man, what time do I have to get up tomorrow? Just any thought, write it down. You might notice a thought of like negativity, right? That's like, oh man, like, what if this happens? What if that? Doesn't matter. Does not matter what the thoughts are. It just matters that you're aware of it. So see what it's like. I'm going to set a timer. You're just writing as many of those thoughts down as you can. Do it for 1 minute. Ready, go. So just dumping it all out. Dump everything onto that page. Twenty seconds. Any thoughts, past or future, just write them down. Okay, a few seconds just to wrap up that thought that you're on or that paragraph. Knowing you can always come back to that. So it's just a little taster of the brain dump. So just take a second to notice what you wrote down. So now, right, if I go back to this image, this is essentially what the brain dump is doing. So you're now just taking a step back and you're seeing, oh yeah, what was in there right now? What was I just noticing? And guess what? If you wrote down even a single thought, you already won. You won that exercise. It wasn't about what you wrote down. Doesn't matter whether they were all negative, all positive, couldn't care less. The win is that you noticed the thoughts that were going on and you wrote them down. You got some space. Anything interesting that anyone notices as they look at what they wrote? Yeah, let's get you a mic. Where did that guy go? You got it? Sweet. Thank you.
I feel like something that was interesting was it kind of quieted my mind in a way and made me just focus on the things I was thinking. It made it more coherent and cohesive instead of just thinking a bunch of things at once.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Kind of organized or some clarity. Anyone else notice anything similar, completely different? Let's hear from one more. Yeah, thanks. Gotcha.
Yeah, I have like a combination. So I have like a line of thoughts that all kind of connect, and then it randomly just jumps to, and then I do like a bunch of random different things, and then it goes all on the line again. But I think overall, it just helps me feel calmer.
Yeah.
Like after like just seeing it all written down, it's like, oh, I mean, those are a lot of things, but you can work through them. Like it's not chaos in my brain anymore.
Yeah, thanks, man, for sharing that. Yeah, please.
I noticed that like I have like kind of like maybe like 8 things that are kind of stressing me out. And then as I started like to write one thing down, like a lot of little details about that thing would also come to my head. And I think being able to write those little things down that are maybe kind of like scattered or loose kind of helped me to be less stressed about them, to see them on paper and know like, okay, I need to do them or those are in relation to that. But like writing them down, I think just helps them feel more concrete instead of just floating off in space. And like, hopefully I remember to do that. But
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. One more over here and then we'll move on. Thank you, guys.
I noticed most of the stuff that like I wrote down that I was thinking about was stuff that I've done today that I know, like I was thinking like, oh, I could have done better at this, or I should have done this rather than that. And I have like a lot of that. And so now going back and reading that, I'm like wondering myself, do I really talk to myself like that all the time?
Yeah.
Like it on paper, it looks like I'm have negative self-talk,
Yeah,
which can translate to a lot of things. So
totally.
anyways, that's just like, okay, so that's what I need to fix.
Thank you for the honesty and for way to notice that. Right? Again, that's the win. The win is that now you're aware that, oh my gosh, this is going on. It can reveal the patterns that's happening in there. Now imagine, you guys, if this was something you practiced throughout the summer. Imagine if, let's talk about how to use this tool, the brain dump. So imagine if proactively, part of your morning, evening, lunchtime routine was to go, wait a minute, what am I carrying? Let me get that out. Let me dump it so I can get some space. It's like taking out the trash. Imagine if you never took the trash out of your house. Or imagine if you only took it out once every 2 weeks, right? So some of you are like, is there anything wrong with that? No. Well, maybe if you don't have a lot of trash, but in my house, that would get bad real quick. A lot of stinky diapers. Okay, so Parker knows what that's like. You open up one of those diaper pails, dude, it's like freaking mustard gas right in the face.
One at a time, take it out, take it right out.
Okay, so 3 to 5 minutes. Imagine if you did that proactively, not waiting until you're struggling, but just like, hey, as a daily ritual, I'm going to take 3 to 5 minutes just to dump what's in there and to get some space from it. Huge, huge results will follow that. So that I would, if you feel called to it, I strongly invite you to experiment with that. See what it's like for a week. The other one is to use it reactively, which is also great. That just means you'd use it when you're in need in that moment, right? Like in the moment, you're like, whoa, like I've got some tension, some stress. Oh, I'm feeling like I'm hesitating before knocking this door. But a lot of times where I've had like even really high performing people use this and love it is they've done the job long enough. They're like, dude, I don't really like feel like stressed a lot in the job, but I do notice just feeling off. Like sometimes I just feel kind of weird and like, I don't know why. This tool has been so helpful because you're just getting it out. And there's so many times where they're like, oh, dude, I didn't even realize it, but I was still thinking about those deals that canceled yesterday. Okay. I'm going to let that go, right? Or whatever it is. So an amazing tool, something I invite you to even to start using right now as you're preparing. Just see what it's like to start brain dumping. Okay. The last tool is what we've already talked about, which is our system. And that's just the invitation to, as we start to roll it out, just invite all of you to just lean into it. When your team does the weekly training videos, just come with an open mind. Take what serves you, leave what doesn't. Not every principle is going to change your life, but some will. Some can deeply impact you. And our goal with them is not only that you're like, dude, that helped me sell way more and earn more money, but that at the end you're like, that actually is going to help me live a better life. Like when we hear that combination, that's how we know that we're doing our job. So the daily messages, when they come through, pause, read them, use them to reset. When you really want to just talk about, hey, how can I be even more confident, even happier? How can I take it to the next level? Or, hey man, like I'm dealing with some stress. I'm getting attached to the result. What can I do? Reach out to us, and we will be there for you guys. We'll have your back. I personally will have your back. And I'm just so stoked and so honored that we get to work with you guys. So I'll leave it there. If there's any questions, I'm happy to stick around for a few extra minutes and take them. And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you on Zoom as well.
Yeah, that's it. Drive safe.